Failed former President Donald Trump gave two particularly difficult to watch speeches yesterday in Iowa, one in Clive, Iowa, and the other in Adel, Iowa. Still working on that pronunciation. Something is very wrong here. And I don't know if it's the pressure of the criminal trials getting to Trump. I don't know if it's age related. I don't know what it is. But Trump very, very much struggling to speak, sweaty and slurring. Here he is once again. I mean, I don't think this needs any introduction. Listen to this.
I withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal, crushed the murderous Iranian regime with sanctions and starved Hamas. And we took Hamas and Hezbollah and all.
I don't know why instead of Hamas, it's Hamas with a slur. Hamas. It's very strange. And I am not qualified to explain what it is that is going on. Trump glitching badly, trying to take credit for bringing back Christmas.
Used to be that was a wonderful thing. Today you take heat. Now we'll turn that around. Just like I said years ago, we're going to turn Christmas around. Remember, the department stores they refused to use the word Christmas.
Yep.
They wouldn't say Merry Christmas. They'd say Happy New Year. They'd have red. They'd have everything perfect. I said, where's Christmas? And by the time we finished, they all had Christmas up there.
While discussing the very serious topic of deaths in Israel, Trump gets distracted by a fly that is near his head and then is completely derailed in his speech.
Who sympathize with this are sick. They're sick and they're evil and they're not going to be fixed. You're not going to make them into wonderful people one day. I didn't know you had flies in Iowa. I hate flies. Now, I'll get in trouble for saying that. Cruelty to animals. No, it's true. You know, I said the other day, I was at a place, and it was a beautiful place, but they had, like, flies. And I said, get fly paper. They said, sir, they're not allowed to sell it anymore because
Sir?
It's a cruelty to animals. They actually said that. I don't know. Can you get fly paper? It used to be great, right? But they said, you can't do that anymore, sir. It's cruelty. What the hell is going on with this country?
I actually have now by the way, this is completely insane, but I now have one of these electrified. It almost looks like a tennis racket. And in mosquito season, I'm just out there clearing a path, and it is wild what the thing can do. Really, really wild stuff. Trump, despite having denied many times that he ever calls military officials stupid, here he says they're some of the dumbest people he's met. And the crowd actually cheers. Very interesting. Remember, they support the troops or whatever.
And one of them said to me, Millie, he said, sir, it would be cheaper if we left everything. I said, where does this guy come? Where does he come from? A brand new airplane cost $128 million, right?
Right.
I said, you mean you think it's cheaper to leave it than to fill it up with a little fuel and fly it the hell out? Even if you just fly it to Pakistan, then you bring it back home or you fly it back home. Most of them can make that journey, right?
Sure.
Oh, it's better to leave it there. I don't want to tell you what I had to go through with these people.
So anyway, not exactly super confident, apparently, in our military leadership. Maybe the most exciting moment of any of yesterday's speeches, Trump said he's willing to go to jail, which is great news because he may have to.
But what they don't understand is that I am willing to go to jail if that's what it takes for our country to win and become a democracy again.
Right. To which I say, sir, actions speak louder than words. Let's see if he actually does it. Let's see if he actually goes to jail. It's pretty interesting to me. And then lastly, basically an illegal idea. Most of the speeches that Trump now gives tend to contain some probably illegal idea. Trump talks about deportations, and he seems to be saying that he would like to see the possibility of deporting people just if they have like communist beliefs. It's hard to understand him as always, but I think that's what he's saying here. Take a listen.
You support Hamas or any ideology that's having to do with that, or any of the other really sick thoughts that go through people's minds, very dangerous thoughts, you're disqualified if you're a communist, a Marxist, or a fascist, other than the people that are already here, of which many are in the Biden administration. You're disqualified. I'd like to get them out, too. Maybe we'll work on that next. In addition, we will aggressively deport resident aliens with jihadist sympathies. We have to.
There you go. Probably against the law, and certainly as dangerous as Trump's promises to direct the Department of Justice to investigate, prosecute, and jail his political enemies. This is not a man who is a fan of democracy. This is not a man who is going to bring the United States into a new heyday if he gets another shot at 4 years in the White House. We have to make sure that doesn't happen. If you sit all day long while you work and you've never tried a desk that can transition between sitting and standing, it really is a game changer. I've had an uplift desk for a while. I use it every day to record the show, prepare for the show, do my office work. I'm sitting at an uplift desk at this very moment, and I've been using uplift desks for many years. We wanted them to be a sponsor, and we finally were able to make it happen. Standing while I work helps me get the creative juices flowing. I feel more productive. I'm focused. I'm more alert. And it's also healthier. I'm just moving around more. My circulation is better, which is just good for your health. I use the uplift standing desks because they don't wobble. Totally stable, even with all of my show equipment on them. The build quality is just tremendous. And you can completely customize the desk by choosing from over 100 desktop choices, hundreds of accessories. I have a whole bunch of them, including a USB hub and a keyboard tray and all sorts of things. They have free shipping, free returns, free return shipping, and an industry-leading 15-year warranty. My audience gets 5% off when you go to upliftdesk.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman. The link is down below.